Hey, what's up, YouTube? All my road warriors, welcome to another ride, baby, and another rant. That's right. How's everybody doing? My name's Antonio. Welcome to the channel we call Ride and Shine. It is a Saturday edition. It is an autumn edition. First week of autumn in the books. Man, weren't we just celebrating the 4th of July? I guess it was 2 months ago. Summer is gone. Let the money season begin, baby. That's right, the money season, at least here where I live, it gets a whole lot busier in the winter. We're not quite there yet. But ever since the summer started, I find making that $22 an hour, that $20 to $22 an hour, which is what I strive for every day, every time I get into the seat and fire up my engine. $20 to $22 an hour is what I want to make. If I'm going to consider it a good day, I want to make that $20 an hour for at least 6 hours out of the 8. I've been working 8 hours a day now. I usually do 6 days, 6 hours, 6 days. Now I'm doing 8 hours, 6 hours. I'm getting confused here. 8 hours, 6 days. So I'm working 2 hours extra a day, 6 days a week, 6 times 2. That's an extra 12 hours a week, guys. If I'm making $20 an hour times 12, that's over $200 a week. But at night, I work late at night. I typically don't make more than 15, 16 an hour at night because I tend to wait between orders. Like 5 minutes, sometimes 10, 15 minutes between orders. I do get my 2 orders an hour at night, but after midnight it dies down. But I've been working till 2 a.m., 2 o'clock in the morning, all week for this past week. What I do is I work from 4 to about 10. I go home, I eat dinner, and then I leave the house again at 11, or maybe 11:30, and I work till 2 a.m. So it's been busy. I'm surprisingly busy. I know the demand is less at night, but there's also less drivers on the road at night, and there's also fewer places. One of the big advantages working at night is there are fewer places open. So if you stick to that one hotspot, if you go and park near the 24-hour diner or the 24-hour White Castle, or the Wendy's, where the Wendy's restaurants close at 2 in the morning, chances are you're going to be doing nothing but orders from that place. Yesterday, I did 3 White Castle orders in a row, because they're open 24 hours, and a diner. That's it, the 24-hour diner, which was right next to the White Castle. I did very little driving, and it was great. It was great. I was probably the only driver in the damn region, not the whole region, but that part of the region, that neighborhood. So that's one of probably the biggest advantage of working at night is you drive less, and you can basically pick the restaurants you want to deliver for. And that's how it's been all week. I've been delivering for the same 4 places. It's a huge advantage, I must say, and it's probably one of the reasons why I've been working at night, aside from the fact that there are many other advantages, and I'm going to get to the cons too. This video is about the pros and cons to working late at night. One other advantage, of course, is the traffic. Here in a big city like New York, if you want to work in a traffic-free environment, you gotta work late, man, after 10 p.m. at least. And so that's what I've been doing. There's nothing like working at night with no traffic. If you do the speed limit on the streets, you never hit a red light. You just keep on going. As long as you do the speed limit, you never have to stop for a red light. You just hit that gas pedal and go, man. It's a dream working at night. On the downside, though, let's get to the cons. Yeah, there's less traffic, but I find that there's a lot of road work being done at night in the city. In the big cities, road work is done at night because, let's face it, how are they going to do road work in the middle of the day with all the traffic? And the economy would go to hell. So they do road work at night, and so they close off big chunks of street. And yesterday I had to get to this customer, and I could not, because a big portion of a major road was closed off. And I had to go and do a detour. I had to go all the way around these side streets. I wound up getting there like maybe a little, like 3-4 minutes late after the DoorDash delivery time. It was a bit of an annoyance, I admit, you know. And you get a lot of that at night. They close the streets, they pave the streets, they do work on the sewer and on the gas pipes, and you name it. So that's one of the negatives about working at night, I must say. And another thing, obviously, working at night, especially if you're doing, if I'm doing Grubhub, which I've never done at night, because I know that the blocks end at 11 p.m. So after 11 p.m., there's no blocks, but I don't think it matters. Grubhub is still operating here at night, despite not offering any blocks after 11 p.m. because I look at the region boundaries, and the map's lit up red. Right where the 24-hour diners are, the map is red. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's busy, but it just tells drivers where to go and where to stay next, because that's usually the red spots overnight for Grubhub are usually the places where there are 24-hour joints. So guys, if you don't see any blocks, that doesn't mean Grubhub is shut down. There are Grubhub orders circulating all night long. It's just you won't be able to pick up any blocks for the wee hours. At least here in my region, you can't. So, you know, and in my Grubhub region kind of drifts into a part of town where you don't want to go drive around at night. I choose to work DoorDash at night because it's easier for me to pick my neighborhood, pick my spot, because the dispatch algorithms are a bit different on DoorDash, and they tend to send you to the same restaurants over and over if you happen to be parked close to them. And as for advantages, I think I've covered it all. If you work at a hot city, here in New York City, the summers are really hot. You may want to work at night. It's cooler. And another thing, guys, let's go back to the some of the cons. Some of these people that work in these restaurants that do the overnight shifts, they're a bit shady, man. Let me tell you. I walked into a Denny's last night at around 1:30 in the morning. The overnight crew in this place, they were all high off their God's darn faces. Let me tell you, the people that worked in this restaurant, I was like, what in the world? The order was wrong. They gave me the wrong order. They had to recook it. They lost the receipt, the DoorDash receipt. They had to read it off my phone, and you know, it wasn't specific enough on my phone. It would just say milkshake, no flavor. I had to call the customer. It was just, the level of incompetence is a bit higher late at night. But, something you want to consider, and I think that about covers it, guys. I'm going on 12 minutes here. Let me go and shut this video off. Besides, I'm about to enter the Grubhub region. 8 hours of Grubhubbing on the grimy Grubhub grind. That's right. The grimy Grubhub grind is what I call it. Be well, guys. Be safe out there on the road. Work at your own pace. And remember to stop and smell those roses from time to time. And most importantly, guys, keep riding and keep on shining. Until next time, this is Antonio, signing off.